Alright guys, so it's now the day after we started the ads for the State of Origin jerseys and t-shirts for Teespring. It's interesting what's happened so far. So I've spent $26. I've decided to pause it here because what's happened is if we look here, we've got 96 clicks and 85 website clicks, which does sound good, but if we head over to our actual Teespring site, you can see we haven't sold anything yet. So right now, we are getting some clicks and stuff like that, but no one's actually purchasing it. That could be because of the creative we have here, or it could be because we're not targeting a specific group enough. Because I'm targeting all fans of State of Origin, and there's a lot of people out there, like I know, like my little sister watches it, but she would never go out and purchase something like that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try, we're going to try with our O Community Suite. So I'll just get this up again. And I'll open the file that we ended up getting. So I'll just log in. Log into one of these. Try my one then. Alright, so now that we're logged in, I'll open here. So this was the list that we ended up getting after we scanned the Queensland Maroons page. And then what you do once you've got it, we're going to save. I'm going to save it into our whatever folder we want to do it. I've saved it in Broadbeach Food. Make sure here we type it as comma separated values and give it a title. And we hit save. So I've already done that, so I'll open that up now. And I've got the Queensland Maroon CSV document. This will be a big file, so we'll let this load and I'll come back once it's loaded up. Alright guys, so it's loaded up now. You can see all this different information here. If we wanted to, we could hit filter and then we could filter out some email addresses out of the 96,000 that I scanned. And you can see here there's a bunch of email addresses we've got. And you can see because it's such a large file, it's going to lag a little bit. So we'll turn that back off again though. And remember, these people here are people that have liked the Queensland Maroons page, but they've only the people that are active. So people that have included, that have liked posts, have commented on posts, and who have liked comments. So these are the really targeted people that we want to go after here. And what we want to extract from here is their profile IDs. So we're going to select the ID tab. We're going to copy it. I'm going to open a new document here. I'm then going to paste it, which is just Command V or right click paste, depending on how you want to do it. And I'm going to save, I'm going to delete this top one. I'm going to save this. I'll save it to the desktop. Okay, so now we're going to head back over here to our ad. Now I'm going to go over here and hit the Audiences tab. I'm going to open that in a new window. I'm going to create audience. I'm going to use a data file, custom audience. We're going to call this Queensland Maroons IDs. Data type, we're going to put in user IDs. Again, we can use mobile numbers or email addresses, but here we're going to do user IDs. So we're going to choose the file. Okay, it looks like I didn't save that in the right file format. So we'll click over here. We need to save it in a CSV document. So, and we've saved it as an XLS. So we'll go File, Save As Desktop. We'll change here to CSV, comma separated values, and we'll save that. We'll click Continue. Head back over here. I'm going to choose File again. And you can see we can now click on it. We're going to open that and click create audience. And we'll just let it do its thing because there's 90,000 something odd IDs. It'll go through that. Thing to remember here, not all of these IDs have been taken properly. So one, I'm sure that's going to be a failed ID. A few of these ones might not work, and it'll tell us how many is going to work out this total number. Just something that we have to deal with. But I'll pause this. Once it's all loaded, I'll come back to you guys and I'll show you the result. Okay, so you can see here it's now started to add people from my file. And once this loads, I'll come back to you guys again. Okay, so you can see here it's now says thank you for creating a custom audience. 40,000 of the 93,000 have been added. So there must have been a lot of errors there, or profiles that just didn't get them their IDs scraped. But 40,000 is still going to be a good number. That's going to be a lot more targeted to really active people. So let's hope that's going to get some sales happening rather than just website clicks. So I'm going to hit OK here. It says take 30 minutes before I match with the profiles. And once the audience is ready, that could be it here. Your audience is ready. Okay, great. So if I hit audience here, all right, so you can see our data files now been added. We've got 40,000 people ready to be sent to of active people. And now what we want to do is head back into our Power Editor to change the ad up and change the custom audience. Note that you can go into the Ads Manager and change your ad in there, but it's going to mess with a few things as it's not perfectly synced in between the Power Editor and the Ads Manager just yet. So we're going to hit Power Editor. And back to ads. There we go. What we're going to want to do here is we're going to want to reset the Power Editor because we've just added a new custom audience and it hasn't been entered into the Power Editor yet. Very important to do. Whenever you add anything new anywhere on Facebook, it's always a good idea to reset it there. And what I'm going to do is going to go back into the ad that we had running because I don't want to create a new one. I'll just run with the same one. Here we go, this one here. I'm then going to, so this is the ad that we have ready to go. I'm going to hit audience. I'm then going to hit custom audience. I'm doing Queensland Maroons IDs. Okay, so now that we've done that, I want to get rid of Queensland Maroons and Queensland State of Origin. So that's going to target the still same geographics, so Australia and New Zealand and people that are 16 years old and above. But what I'm going to do now, is since that's all ready to go, everything looks good again, I'm going to upload changes. Done. So now let's head back over to our Ads Manager. I'm going to hit Campaigns. It should be in review again. Where is it here? Queenslander shirts. You can see it's now in review here. So we're going to wait till that gets approved. But what I'm going to do now, since we've done, I'm just going to head back one step. I'll just go this way, do it this way again. I'm going to head down here, Queensland shirts. We're going to make it so it does, so it is active again. By flicking this across, we're now in review. And then you'll see again if we go back here, the Queensland shirts in review. So let's just wait and see how that goes. And I'll probably spend the remaining day's budget on this new audience group, see if we can get some sales happening this way. Again, you can see here, it's not as easy as everyone just buying and selling, and it just happens for you right there. You do need to try different audiences. You do need to test things. And if this doesn't work, we can get even more targeted by getting people that like maybe 5 state of origin pages. So they like Queensland Maroons, Queensland state of origin. They like the 2 Queensland teams that are from Brisbane and Gold Coast maybe. And we can target out fans that only like those pages using the graph search and another cool little tool. But we'll see if we need to get to that stage. But until then, I'll be back soon. Thanks, guys. Alright guys, so quick update here. Since we've changed the audience over to our custom audience, we've now spent $76 since starting this campaign. We've got 276 website clicks, and we're paying out 27 cents a click, which is not too bad at all. But since changing it over, as you remember, before we had 0 sales, and now if you have a look, we've had 4 sales. So you can see now that the people that have been commenting and interacting on the pages that we took the user database from to create our custom audience, they are a lot more responsive, and we're starting to make some sales. So we've made about $80 there, but we've also spent around $80. So we're on a break-even point right now. I'm going to continue this for today, and we'll see how we go, and then we'll see if it's worth continuing this campaign here, or if it's worth dropping down our numbers. So instead of having a goal of 30, maybe having a goal of 10, or if it's worth even getting a more defined audience. But yeah, so we'll just play this by today, and then I'll get back to you guys soon. Thanks. Hey guys, so it's been another hour or 2 now, and you can see we've now got 6 sales. So you can see these new ad groups, this new custom audience is definitely working a lot better than the just organic ads manager ad group. So keep running this, and I'll get back to you guys later in the day with another update. Thanks. Hey guys, so we have about 2 days left in this campaign. And I just want to show you guys where we're at now and some of the decisions that we can make and on which way we should go with this campaign. So right now we've spent around $287, and we've actually sold 28 shirts or jerseys from this campaign. So if I work that out right now, say on average, I think we're making about $20 a jersey here. So say we go 28 times 20, so we've got about $560 right now. Minus the 287, so about $273 in profit right now. You can also see here we've got, if we click on the post, you can see how it's going. We'll open it up here. We're paying 25 cents per website click, which is pretty good. And you can see here the website clicks to post likes and all those ratios there. So 292 likes, 27 comments, and 47 shares. So it's doing quite well, and I'll show you what it looks like up here in the desktop. So you can see it there. But when I bring you over to the Queensland Maroons page that we created, excuse me, we've got 170 page likes there, which is always a bonus. And we can also see the ad live up here. If we click here and go on to our ad here, so we can see it all here, and you can see down here as well we've got an organic reach of 3,560 people. So that's people have shared this update and their friends have seen this ad in their newsfeed. A lot of people commenting and whatnot. I think I threw in a sneaky comment somewhere. Maybe I did on this one. I thought I did. Yeah, here. Got another look at full price though. We should have waited for the discount. It's a bit of cheeky marketing there. And then if you can see here as well, we've now got 20,000, a reach of 20,000, 21,000 odd people. If you remember, the custom audience that we uploaded was 40,000 people, so we still haven't even hit half our audience that we've uploaded. So this is where you want to decide if you're going to scale up. So instead of spending $50 a day, is it worth spending $100 a day, $200 a day? It sounds like a lot of money, yes, but if we're getting a good return, and then is it worth it? Also, things to play into account here as well is that we've sold 28, we've got a day and a bit left. So obviously, once we hit our actual tipping point of 30 shirts, it'll have to be 31. And so what we're going to want to do is once that's done, I'm then going to go up and make it. We'll try $100 a day for the final day and see if we can smash some more people into buying this shirt. Again, because it's past the tipping point, more people are going to be inclined to purchase it as they know it's going to be printed, they know it's going to be sold, and then hopefully that's really going to help. It might not, but you never know if you don't try. So from the history of this week, we can tell that this new custom audience works a lot better than the very generic defined audience that our ad manager gives us, and it's a lot more receptive. So we're going to continue on with this. Once we hit the tipping point, I'm going to change over to $100 a day for the final day, and just see how many actual new purchases we're going to get. So I'll be back with the next video and we'll finish this campaign up. All right, thanks guys. Alright guys, so we're finally here at the end of the campaign. So it just finished about 20 minutes ago, and I just want to take you through everything from the actual how many we've sold here, what I've changed here on the actual sales text, then we'll go through the ad itself, and then we'll have a look at how much money we've made in total. So a few things I changed here on the final day of sales. I changed it from half price today only, last day to order yours. I've done it down here again, half price today only. Just again to create that urgency for the people that click through and they read this information on the final day of sales. If we go down here, we've sold 36 towards a goal of 30. So again, once you hit your tipping point, which is 30 or 31, it'll tip over. That means the shirt or the jumper or whatever it is going to go into production, and people can then keep on purchasing after it's at the tipping point. But again, what happens with Teespring is no one gets charged for the shirts or the jumpers until it reaches the tipping point and tips over. So when it hit 31 shirts, it then tipped over. But in this case, what happened was it hit 31 shirts. I got the email saying it tipped, but then it went back down to 28 sold of 30, but the campaign had tipped. And what happened here was a couple of people, their credit cards didn't go through, but then because it's tipped, Teespring then takes the liability on, and then it will, even if it only did sell at those 28, because it had tipped, Teespring takes that on, and it was going to print out these shirts anyway. But it went back down to 28, and then it's now gone up to 36, which I think did quite well. But what I want to do now is I'll take you over to the campaign itself. So we've spent around $400 over the past week in advertising. Again, you remember on the first day, we were targeting a very general audience, and then we changed on the second day to a much more specific audience from the custom audience that we created. We've got 1,573 website clicks, which I thought was quite good. I'll click on here and we'll expand the ad. And we got 1,800 clicks in total, which again is quite a good number. And on average, it was anywhere between 176 to our best day was 246. So it did quite well. You can see here 404 likes, 36 comments, and 68 shares. And I'll just open this quickly here. And I'll show you some of the urgency tactics that I've done here as well. I went in as my page, and then I started doing comments in the actual text here. So I did one for myself, just again to create some legitimacy there. Did this one last night, 24 hours left before this deal is done for good. Get 50% off, and we had a couple of people like that. Again, I've interacted with a few of these people here that have tagged their friends and whatnot, and replied to some questions people ask here as well. And you can do that from your actual page. And again, to make sure you know how to do that is you want to open your page up. And up the top of the page, it will say, so let me just show you here. You're commenting, posting, and liking as Queensland Maroon State of Origin. I can then change it to myself. If I want to comment on this update myself, I'll need to have it set to Luke McGuire. If I want to comment on that update as the Maroons, this page itself, I need to have it set to there. So make sure you have it set to the correct one there. And we got around 228 likes there, which is great. Again, just before I posted a quick update here as the final 30 minutes left of the campaign. Probably should have done that a couple of hours earlier, but I wasn't in the house, but still chucked it in there as well, get a few more views. We'll head back to the ad itself. You can see here, again, that we've reached 24,000 people. And if you remember from the beginning, our audience was 40,000, our custom audience that we scraped. So that pretty much means if I wanted to reach the whole audience, I would have needed to spend more money or got my cost per click down from depending on what ads I was doing and whatnot. But best option, because it's only running for a week, would have been better just to spend more money and scale it up because we knew the ad was working. But and you see our click-through rate here is 4.667, which is quite a high click-through rate. almost 5%, which just absolutely smashes any Google click-through rates when the majority of the average what people get on those on Google ads and even on Facebook ads. 4.667 is quite a good number. Again, and that all again ties into your text and into your actual image that you use as well. So let's just go to Teespring and I'll show you how much money we made in total. So remember, we spent $396.65 here, and we've earned $631.35. So I'll just work that out now quickly. So we made a profit of $234.70. So, and that's on autopilot. I haven't done much work at all. I probably spent around an hour in total in creating the actual banner and getting the ad up and doing the odd update here and there, but no time at all. So you can see that's quite a good return on investment. If you put that into an hour, how much you get paid, $234 an hour is not too bad if you can rinse and repeat this over and over and over again. So think about that for your local sporting teams. Think about what's trending in your areas, what conventions are coming up. I was thinking about doing one as well on, there's a big supernova coming up, which is a bit of a cosplay event coming up soon. So I was thinking we can play on those words, play on some different characters people like there. Get creative and see what you guys can do as well. And I'd really like to see your Teespring case studies in the actual Facebook group. So if you can head over there and let me know what you're doing there. Again, any questions you have from this series, let me know, drop an email. And I'm going to be coming out with some new Teespring series as well soon. All right, thanks for your time, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video.